Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again. This is my Dead Space 3 Impossible Difficulty video walkthrough. This is the final chapter of the game. It is entitled Endings. Which is kind of ironic, because the game doesn't have one. This is the end of the game and it might as well just kick you in the face and shit on your chest, because it just does nothing. It does nothing for me, does nothing for the story, does nothing for the damn franchise. I'm going to be as optimistic and positive with the end of this guide as I can be, because I don't want to put anybody off, but I just think the last third of this game is poor, is very poor. But hopefully you don't, hopefully you're enjoying it. You can't wait to see the epiphanies and the revelations that are waiting for you when you get to wherever the hell we're going right now. But this is just a little bit of a calm before the storm. As soon as we get to where that ammo box is, there's going to be these enemies. Black whiptails. They will pretty much one-shot you when they get to you, in my experience, but that's because I don't have any upgrades on my life or armor. My strategy is, there's two on each side, so just hit them with the stasis, or hit them with a bullet that has stasis on it, and then finish them off. Once you've killed them both, the next room is going to have two tentacles that once you kill them, it opens up the area so you can leave. You have to be quick because you're going to get attacked by the Rosetta monsters that spit the exploding babies. And the soundtrack on this section makes it feel like there's enemies behind you that are spawning very close to your back. But they're actually not. It's just another one of the things about the sound design that I think's a little bit cheap. So as soon as you push here, two tentacles to your right. There they are, on cue. Take them out as quick as you can. Don't miss with your stasis like I do because I'm a bad player. And as soon as the second one drops, you'll notice, boom. Oh, I'm going to actually kill the Rosetta creature with the looks of this. So I stasis the monster, then I start shooting it with the Seeker. It's not the most efficient Seeker usage because if you hit the limbs it dies real quick. There is the 3 shots on the tentacle, and now we can run. As soon as you get to the glowing apparatus that's in front of us, you'll hit a checkpoint, and you've pretty much done one of the more challenging bits, because the section coming up, the only challenge is not getting randomly killed by the game, because for some reason this level, if the game wants you to die, it clicks its fingers and Isaac's torso falls to pieces. It doesn't make any sense, but here's another one of the fantastic flying sections. At least this one's got a bit of a point to it because you're dodging debris, it's not just traversal for the sake of traversal. And as normal, some of the rocks seem to go in a direction that you're not expecting, so sometimes you can get caught off guard, but it's not too bad. I'm going to get hit here because I tried to go underneath one of these things and it lands on me. There you go. You might be wondering, why aren't I shooting? The reason I don't shoot is because I want to get through those bits without using my ammo. There's no real motivation to shoot them at all. Oh, be careful of that. That will one-shot you, that bit of debris. As soon as you land here, you're going to get a checkpoint. There's a ton of ammo around you. The game makes you feel like you have to rush this bit, like you're being chased by a wall of death and everything around you is coming apart. That is not true. The only thing that's coming apart is the game design, because like I've mentioned, you can randomly die and there's no explanation for it, there's no reason for it, there's no enemies, there's no debris, you just die. It's dumb, and I've got it recorded and I'm going to share it because I thought it was hilarious. But this is a little bit of an enemy gauntlet. It's nothing you haven't faced before. This is nowhere near as demanding as some of the rooms you've been through to get here. So you've effectively beat the game now, guys. If you can get here, you've got the skills you need to beat this game. And unfortunately, there's no achievement for beating it on Impossible, so I'm hoping you've used this video or this guide to help you get through one of the special difficulties. Because it should help anybody. It really should. And I hope it does, because my Dead Space 2 guide did extremely well for me at the time. Judging by the numbers that I'm hitting now, it did absolutely dog shit, but that doesn't matter, because it's all relative. And that section there, there's a ton of black necromorphs that will spawn. If you do what I just did, where you stasis the one, instead of killing him, none of them will spawn, and you can continue onwards, kill this original Puka design, he's black and awesome again. And you'll notice I keep checking behind me just in case. And as you push through here, you're going to hit a checkpoint and you're going to reach a bench. But there's a couple more twitchers to be taken care of. There he is with his miner torch and his gas mask looking like a baller. I just said baller again, which is a word I dislike and I don't know why I'm using it. 2 more enemies will spawn here. There's the puker, there is the black slasher. This is where the seeker rifle really shines if you can aim. It's just a crushing machine. And it's really fun to use. There's the bad detection on the stomp. Thank you very much, Visceral. Dead Space 1 all over again. Checkpoint should trigger here. There it is. And this is the bench before the end of the game. So if there's anything you need to do before the final encounter, be it buy ammo, be it change your armor, be it whatever, this is your opportunity. And I don't know if I'm going to edit it out. Yep, I edited it out. So the only thing I did there is buy a shit ton of ammo, because you're not going to be needing any of your resource unless you're doing New Game Plus and things. So you'll notice I now have 80 Seeker bullets, and that is more than enough to take on what is coming. Because the end of this game, guys, if I said it was underwhelming, I would be understating how sheerly underwhelming it is. And I had a slightly witty repertoire just then, but some people might see it as homophobic, so I'm not going to use it. And I rarely do that, but this one time I'll let it slide. The only other times I ever censor myself as far as my humour goes is when it's 9/11 related, because a lot of Americans enjoy my channel and not all of them probably have the same sense of humour I do. So don't want to offend people for the sake of offending people, even though it is a joke. But this sequence here, just dodge as best you can. Do not touch anything, or unfortunately you will be turned into corned beef. And if you're wondering what we're flying towards, this is the last boss. You know, is it Carver? Is it a one-on-one engineering suit on other engineering suit? Or is it a giant vagina with googly eyes? Yep, you guessed it, guys. It's the latter. This fight is very simple, it is very easy. It just takes a little while because it's trying to be all cinematic-y and important when really it's just kind of shitty. Strategy is as follows. There is a kinesis pad in the centre of this place. Stand on it. When you're on it, the necromorphs that turn up from the rocks that hit this platform, you can strip them by pulling off their limbs. Then when the eyes is exposed, you need to pick up one of the markers that are floating in your immediate vicinity and fire it at the eye. Do this 3 times, because it's Mario all over again, and you have won. Towards the end, a couple more enemies will spawn. It'll be the Twitchers, so they are faster. It does get a little bit hairy, but if you've got a force gun and you know how to use it, you're going to be golden to see the end of this game. And then you can leave your opinion on how you felt about it, and who knows, maybe you think this is the finest game ever made, and it's one of the best experiences you've had this year. Last year, Dead Space 2 for me was one of my games of the year. This will not be on my list. It is a great game, but it could have been a brilliant game. So right now, you'll notice I'm waiting for the eyes so I can fire this, but there are no eyes, so instead, these little rocks land. They mean it's going to be an enemy spawn. Wait for them to produce the enemies, then rip the limbs off, take control, take them out, and then pick up a marker again and wait for the eyeballs. It couldn't be more arbitrary and simple. And it doesn't make much sense. I would literally have preferred to fight a human-sized marker that was levitating and firing things at me with kinesis than this giant vaginal scab, because it's just trash. Oh, and on those sections you have to shoot his glowing limbs or he's going to suck you in. He's going to Dyson you. But that means he's going to rotate again and we're going to get to see his eyes, so get ready to stab them with a marker. That right there proves how thick his eyelids are, because he blocked it. Cock-blocked my spike. And we're just waiting on the spawn. This is Twitchers, so these guys are kind of fast. And I don't think I killed the one on the right, so this is when things get a little bit hairy for me. Just because the Twitchers are fast as shit, and there's 3 of them right now. There's 2 Twitchers and a standard crappy necromorph. There's me firing a necromorph limb at the eye like a boss. Didn't work, but it was worth a try. And there you go, there's the second eye. If only we could quickly grab a marker and get the other one, but you'll notice he closes his eyes when you hit him. And this is going to be more necromorphs, so there's one that we didn't finish killing. There's one of the slabs on the platform telling us that another's about to spawn. 3 Twitchers with the looks of this. There's the first one. miss him with the attack. There's the second one, knock him down with the stasis. Once again, it's getting a little bit hairy just because of how many there are. Just use your med packs, use your force gun to stasis them, take their legs out, don't panic, and you've got this in the bag. If you're anything like me, my safe has got about 20 rows of healing items because this game is far too generous. Shoot the tentacles once again. Deny them of their Japanese heritage. And then get ready to spike him in the eye. But the next guide you're going to be seeing on the channel, guys, is going to be Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I'm hoping to do the achievement for getting the best rank on the hardest difficulty. I might change that if I suck at the game, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get quite competent at it quite quickly. And if not, I'll just do a hardest difficulty guide, and then I'll do a ranking guide afterwards, because I'm hoping to get a lot of use out of that game, because I'm very excited for it. The Dead Space Soul Level 1 Restricted Run will continue. Darksiders 2 will hopefully be finished pretty soon. Saints Row will continue. Random Dark Souls stuff will continue. More Black Ops stuff will continue. That is the end of the boss. The only thing left to do here, guys, is use your kinesis to rip this altar up through its Caesarean scar. I'm not entirely sure what's going on at this point. It's kind of like a giant Magikarp that, I don't know, got an infection and evolved wrong. I don't know. Just weird. Just weird. Games can't do bosses anymore. Nobody wants to fight a giant starfish Vag. It's just stupid. But that is it, folks. Dead Space 3 effectively conquered at this point. This is when it goes to all cutscene-y goodness. This is where we have to go and jump onto the platform, and I believe Carver's going to give us a hand up, and we have to tap A, because there's an epidemic of tapping A in this Dead Space. What is going on there? Goodness me. It's like we pulled its diaphragm out. No idea what's going on. But this is a little bit more cutscene than I would normally show, because in the grand scheme of the ending of Dead Space 3, this is pretty much as you're going to get. But it's going to transition to, there you go, impossible difficulty complete. You get the legend suit, you get the damage circuit, and you get the satisfaction of knowing you beat the game on its most challenging difficulty. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing if you're new, and you take care now.